Sellers are in control as the macro backdrop turns more challenging. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete global indices roundup for June 25th. A defensive tone is setting the pace today. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Let us go region by region across the major global indices. Starting with the Americas session. S&P 500 is little changed, hovering near $7,358.22. Equity markets are responding to reports that markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times. NASDAQ 100 is trading lower by -0.43%, at $29,220. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ closes lower as chip sell-off resumes, Micron shares extend losses, live updates. Dow Jones ticked up plus 0.35% to $51,849. Investor sentiment is being shaped by S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. Starting with the Europe session. DAX is down -1.59%, trading at $24,740. This comes as stock market today, S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower for third straight day, oil prices dropped to lowest level since start of war, Investopedia, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 ticked up plus 0.31% to $10,462. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Starting with the Asia session. Nikkei 225 made a dramatic move today, plunged -4.39% to $69,175. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Russia is grappling with its worst nationwide fuel shortages in years. Here's where. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. Hang Seng is down -1.50%, trading at $23,412. This comes as BHP, ASX BHP, slips as iron ore weakness puts mining giants under pressure, Calcine, adding pressure to energy markets. Kospi made a dramatic move today, plunged -9.99% to $8,203.84. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ closes lower as chip sell-off resumes, Micron shares extend losses, live updates. Nifty 50 slipped -0.34% to $24,022. Equity markets are responding to reports that markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times. Sensex is down -1.16%, trading at $76,201. Equity markets are responding to reports that markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times. ASX 200 is broadly flat at $8,808.40, awaiting a fresh catalyst. This comes as BHP, ASX BHP, slips as iron ore weakness puts mining giants under pressure, Calcine, adding pressure to energy markets. Now, a look at some of India's most active stocks in the news today. Infosys plunged -3.39% to 1,029.30 Indian rupees in a significant session. The annual revenue guidance range is the single most important event. Any upgrade above the current midpoint is a catalyst for the entire IT sector. Cobalt AI platform deal wins are the differentiation story. Watch the large deal TCV and the revenue conversion timeline. Wipro plunged -3.16% to 174.48 Indian rupees in a significant session. AI services revenue, particularly enterprise AI implementation projects, is the emerging differentiation story. The EBIT margin target of 17 to 17.5% is on track. Watch U.S. financial services deal activity as the indicator of whether demand is genuinely recovering. TCS plunged -3.21% to 2,059.60 Indian rupees in a significant session. North American BFSI IT spending is at an inflection point. Any signal of budget revival from U.S. banks and insurance firms would drive a TCS earnings upgrade cycle. The AI Copilot and automation deal pipeline is the differentiation story for the current cycle. Now let us look at what is driving these moves at the macro level. On the geopolitical front, this comes as stock market today, S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower for third straight day. Oil prices dropped to lowest level since start of war. Investopedia, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Rate expectations remain the single most powerful macro driver for equities and currencies right now. Investor sentiment is being shaped by S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. And looking at how some of the biggest global names are trading today. Rocket Lab plunged minus 10.21% to $85.41 in a significant session. Government launch contracts with the US DoD provide baseline revenue visibility. The Electron rocket utilization rate is the near-term earnings driver. Any contract win announcement or NASA mission assignment would be a meaningful positive catalyst for the stock. Samsung made a dramatic move today, surged plus 9.84% to $340,500. The HBM supply competition with SK Hynix is the defining story. Samsung needs to close the yield gap to win hyperscaler HBM contracts. Consumer DRAM pricing is recovering as inventory normalizes. Watch for any Nvidia or Google qualification update on Samsung HBM. Lockheed Martin dropped sharply minus 2.39% to $491.64. The missile systems segment is seeing exceptional demand from Ukraine aid programs and allied nation restocking. Any congressional defense budget update or large international defense deal would be a direct catalyst. Let us give you our near-term view on the KOSPI. With the selling pressure we have seen today, the key support level for KOSPI is around $7,711.61. A failure to hold there could accelerate the decline and attract further sellers. For a recovery, bulls need to see a fundamental shift in the drivers weighing on prices. This is our view. Always do your own research. To summarize, 2 indices in the green, 11 in the red today. A clear risk-off tone is prevailing across global equities. Before we wrap up, here is your watch list for the sessions ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Every morning, before markets open, we break down exactly what is moving and why. If you want that edge every day, subscribe and hit the bell icon. If today's analysis was useful, a like is the best way to support the channel. We genuinely appreciate every single one. We read every comment. Drop your view below. Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your global indices roundup from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily updates across every major market.